Hi guys, welcome back to another cooking class, and today we're gonna make breadsticks. So breadsticks is like an entree used in restaurants or like a snack. It's not like a meal, and we're gonna see how to make it. So first of all, we're going to repeat the ingredients.
Flour, active dry yeast, Parmesan, tomato sauce, tomato extract, olive oil, oregano, basil, salt.
Okay, now to make the breadsticks, we are going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. Then we're going to add 1/4 of a cup of warm water or room temperature water. And then we're gonna put 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast. And we're gonna let the yeast sit there for about 5 minutes to check if it's active, if it's alive, because the last thing we want is in the middle of the recipe to see that the dough isn't rising, isn't growing, so that's bad.
So when you start seeing these bubbles or activity, it means that it's active, it's alive.
After that, we are going to add 1 more cup of warm water, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2.5 cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of salt, and then we're going to mix everything together. Tá, essa parte aqui é para aqueles abençoados que tem a máquina de misturar massa. Se você tem uma belezinha dessa, eu não tenho aqui em casa agora, eu tenho em outro lugar. Então eu tive que mexer na mão, que dá muito trabalho. Mas se você é abençoado e tem uma máquina dessa, coloca tudo ali dentro e bate ali por uns 5 minutos. Você vai saber se a massa tá boa ou não, pronta ou não, se a hora que você tocar nela e ela voltar, é que ela tá boa. Se você tá aí que nem eu e tendo que mexer na mão, vai mexendo, adicionando mais farinha conforme você vai mexendo, se ele continuar grudando, até o momento que ele chegar naquele ponto de se apertar e ele voltar. Alright, now that your dough is ready, what you want to do is dust a little bit of flour on a table or a clean surface. You're going to put your dough on top of it, and then you're going to shape it into a ball form. After you do that, you can roll the dough in a form of a square, or if you don't have the roller, you can use your hands, no problem. Ok, Okay, after you finished rolling your dough, either in a rectangular form or a round form, the form that is your pan, what you're gonna do is heavily oil the pan with olive oil and place your dough inside the pan. And with your fingers, it doesn't have to be perfect. With your fingers, you're going to, finish the edges. And after you do that, you're going to cover it and leave it for an hour and a half. Yeah, about an hour and a half for it to rise. After it's done growing, what you want to do is uncover it and cut it into stick forms. After you cut it into sticks, you're going to spray. I don't have those fancy butter sprays that they have in the US, so what I did was melted some butter, put it in a spray bottle, and I just sprayed it on top. If you don't have that, you just can melt some butter and put it on top, and we're gonna take it to the oven. So the oven is going to be at 470 degrees Fahrenheit. In Celsius is going to be 250 degrees Celsius, and you're just gonna leave it in the oven for about 10, 15, 20 minutes. Depends. When you start seeing that it's brown, it's golden brown on top, then you take it out. So while the dough is in the oven, we're gonna make the Parmesan topping to put on the dough. So all you need to make the topping, the Parmesan topping, is one small bag of Parmesan, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of dry basil, and a half a teaspoon of salt. And you're gonna mix it all together with your hands.
Alright, now that the dough is almost done, you're going to take it out of the oven, and you're going to spray a little bit more butter on the top, so when you put the toppings on, it's going to stick. And after you do that, you're going to put it back in the oven so it can melt the topping on the dough, and leave it in the oven for about 10-15 minutes more. After it's ready, take it out, and it's finished.
Right, and to finalize things, we are going to make the dipping sauce.
So to make the dipping sauce, you're going to turn on the stove at a medium-high temperature heat. You are going to put the pan on the stove. I put tomato extract because I like my sauce thick, but if you prefer it more liquid, then you can add water, or like I did here in the video, I added a little bit of tomato sauce. Then what you're going to do is add 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of oregano, 1 tablespoon of dry basil, and 1 teaspoon of salt. And when you start to see these bubbles that they start to form, then it means that the sauce is ready and the recipe is finished.
E é isso aí. Tá feito o Breadsticks. Simples, fácil e divertido de fazer e muito gostoso. Eu espero que vocês gostaram do vídeo. Manda um comentário de vocês, o vídeo de vocês, as imagens de vocês fazendo o vídeo lá no grupo do WhatsApp. E a gente se vê no próximo vídeo. Bye, guys!